Hafa, welcome to the Weekend Edition. I'm Adriana Cotero. Glad you could join us. Who's responsible for cleaning of Tanguisan Park? The answer is not that simple. Chris Barnett has more.
It's a problem area for illegal dumping. Good morning, Tumon. Harmon Mayor Luis Rivera tells KUAM News many cleanups have been done at Tanguisan Park, and it looks like another one should be in the works. This tourist couple not expecting to find dozens of bags of trash in the middle of their leisurely beach walk on an island that's marketed as a beautiful paradise. See plenty. So who's responsible for cleaning this park up? Signs say the park is the responsibility of the Department of Parks and Recreation, but DPR Director Rich Ibanez tells KUAM the land belongs to the Navy, and this was confirmed by the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission. Ancestral Lands says the governor is asking the Navy to return the park to Gov Guam. While DPR says it's not involved, Tamuning Mayor Luis Rivera says she shares responsibility over the area with Dedido Mayor Melissa Savarez. Mayor Rivera says the last cleanup was in May and both mayors pooled their resources to get trash hauled out of the area. She also attributes some of the dumping to homeless people living in Tanguisan Park. The mayor telling KUAM News Mayor Savarez has committed to picking up the trash we filmed at the park. Now when that'll happen remains to be seen, but we'll definitely be back to check. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Chamorro's self-determination can be supported by people who aren't Chamorro. That's one of the messages behind a march planned on Labor Day. Chris Barnett has more.
This march is an opportunity for the community to come together and help.
A press conference held for the Fanogi March featuring a diverse panel of endorsers. March organizers working overtime on their messaging in the hopes that the march will draw big numbers. Former Congressman Robert Underwood leading the charge for the march, and he says they are definitely sending a message, but not to the federal government. Underwood saying the message is for Guam's elected leaders.
I would say that it is more directed to them. Of course, they'll have other implications. Hopefully, we're sure there'll be a lot of federal eyes on this, and I'm sure they'll have their agencies taking a look at us. I'm sure all of that will be there. But I think that the emphasis is on the local political leaders because they're in conversation right now. I'm assuming they're still in conversation about how to pursue the reaction to the Ninth Circuit ruling.
Rain or shine, the event goes down Monday, September 2nd. That's the Labor Day holiday. The march at 9 a.m. and runs from Adelup to the federal courthouse on Marine Drive. A panel of march organizers included several persons who aren't native inhabitants, with longtime local hiking and historic preservation advocate Dave Lotz saying Chamorro's self-determination can close the book on unresolved political issues for Guam's indigenous people.
I just think it's recognizing basic human rights and the fact that the sovereignty of the Chamorro people of Guam has not been extinguished nor recognized by the federal government. Self-determination is a method towards equality for all.
While some may say Chamorro self-determination is a relatively recent issue, Jesse Chargaloff, a Chamorro studies student and march organizer, says history shows the Chamorro people have fought for their sovereignty for centuries.
Our people were awake in 1671 when Hural gathered 2,000 to oust the Spanish colonizers. They were awake in the 18th and 19th century when Jose Salas assassinated the Spanish colonial governor. We've been awake, since the beginning of the 20th century when we petitioned the Congress to gain more rights and the establishment of the Guam Congress to get more rights on Guam, and then with the walkout of 1949, the Guam Congress walkout, when we wanted to oust the naval government and have some kind of say, as civilians, and then throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we were awake to this issue, and we've been fighting for it for a long time. And then even just in the past few years, with Angel Santos, he fought for this, and then Julian Uggan, he's fought for this tirelessly.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
As we've reported, the impetus for the march was the Ninth Circuit Court's ruling in favor of Dave Davis. The court ruled that a native inhabitant plebiscite to decide Guam's political status violated Davis's constitutional rights. The Office of the Attorney General has selected a legal team consisting of a half a dozen firms to assist in the PFAS water contamination claims. A contract was executed to retain their services on a contingency fee of 15%, which is half of the 30% fee authorized by the Protehi y Hanam Act. Additionally, the CNMI Attorney General has selected also Guam's PFAS litigation team to represent them. The deadline to file for legal services of August 4, 2019 has been determined to apply only to existing parties and does not affect the Guam CNMI lawsuit. With over 100 cases across the country involved in the water contamination claims, the case has been transferred to a multi-district litigation court in South Carolina, which is scheduled for September 6, 2019. Coast 360's mission is to build a lifetime relationship, and in doing that, the bank has implemented a new program for children.
Through our research, we find a lot of the feedback we get is the average everyday Joe would say, I wish I learned that in school.
Coast 360 is hoping to teach at an early age how to build and manage finances. The bank has designed a product and service for the island's youth. CEO Hanir Delaquina says it was a year-long process, and through feedback, they noticed there was a lack of skill sets in the financial arena.
We thought this would be the best time to establish a product like this, develop a product like this that would teach our community, particularly the youth, in their banking needs.
In order for the community to start developing money habits early, the program is divided into two categories.
One is the Kids 360 account, and that's for the group of 5 years old to 12. And then the Teens 360 account is for 13 to 17.
The Kids 360 membership comes with a savings account and club accounts. The Teen 360 membership avails of the same accounts, and members can also open a checking account with a debit card. Delaquina says this is the first of its kind, and within the past week, there have been 60 accounts open.
Targeted towards financial literacy and education, it's really more than just a series of savings and checking accounts. This is really catered towards the financial education and literacy of these youth members.
Bank accounts can be opened at any of their 3 branches located in Dededo, Tamuning, and Maiti. Parents must be present, and a government-issued ID, passport, birth certificate, and social security number is required. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have trend spotting, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers report.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The KUAM Care Force is joining NBC Universal television stations across the country for the Clear the Shelters Pet Adoption Campaign. We've partnered with our local shelter, Guam Animals in Need, to help find our furry friends special homes on Saturday, August 17th. Patrons of the Gain Shelter in Jigo who adopt a pet on this date between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. will be treated to free refreshments and giveaways, including gifts from Fetch and Mona Lisa Professional Dog Grooming. KUAM News will share the stories of those who've given pet homes and give you a detailed look of the process of adopting a pet in a special series beginning August 12th. We're proud to join stations around America in the Clear the Shelters campaign. Visit www.cleartheshelters.com to learn more.
The KUAM Care Force, in partnership with Custom Fitness, will be hosting a shoe drive this summer until August 31st. We welcome new or gently worn shoes to benefit the GDOE Student Parent Community Engagement Project, providing shoes to those in need. Shoe donations may be dropped off at Custom Fitness in Agatia, Boca Box, or KUAM Studios in Harmon. Let's all help make a difference. Special thanks to Uproar, Kill Cliff, and Boca Box. For more information, visit KUAM.com or send an email to promotions@KUAM.com.
Good day, everyone. I'm Asha Robles, and this is what had you buzzing this week on Trendspotting. It has been confirmed. The man involved in this Wednesday's high-speed chase was found and pronounced dead. In a press release from Anderson Air Force Base Public Affairs, they confirmed that the suspect was pronounced deceased on scene while receiving medical attention by emergency medical personnel. It was around 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, police responded to a report of a home invasion along Epal Road. The suspect took police on a high-speed chase from Tamuning through Jigo. The suspect then rammed through the barriers at the front gate to Anderson Air Force Base, crashed into the jungle area, and fled on foot. The base was then placed on lockdown. It wasn't until 6:35 a.m. on Thursday Anderson Air Force Base confirmed the suspect had been located. During the apprehension, he stabbed a Department of Defense civilian security force member. During the altercation, base security shot him, which the Air Force says was in self-defense. Frank over on Facebook asked, "Anybody know the condition of the DoD guard?" And Chris stated, "This was USAF security force and not GPD. The sign on the fence says the use of deadly force is authorized." The name of the suspect has not been released. Last year, the first Insta-Guam was held in Manila as part of the Guam Visitors Bureau strategy to attract more visitors from the Philippine market. The event brought representatives from Guam to showcase our island's culture, products, and cuisine to attract potential visitors and business investments to Guam. This year's Insta-Guam made its debut on Guam with the first Travel Talks Digital Global Summit.
Everybody is just sharing their expertise with one another, and I think that we can walk away from this summit taking back some new tools or new tips on how to better position our businesses and our practices using the power of social media and digital media.
It brought in international social media influencers as well as online travel platform leaders to cultivate effective collaborations that work toward growing our island's #1 industry. GVB board chairman Sunny Atta said the integration of social media influencers into the marketing strategies of local businesses is a new frontier. Platforms like Instagram promote our island globally, and we have to be able to back up the image being projected. It seems like there has been an increase in butterfly sightings around the island. Videos and photos posted by Instagram users have been spreading like wildfire. So why exactly are we seeing so many now? Dr. Kurt Fiedler, a biology professor at the University of Guam, has a simple explanation.
Probably the reason we're seeing a lot of them right now is that we have a perfect storm of conditions where we had a very dry spring and early summer, and we had a lot of rain. And now we have conditions that are ideal for their reproduction, or at least a few weeks ago when these guys first came out.
Here are some video clips from our Instagram users. Tomorrow is the nationwide Clear the Shelters Day. If you stop by game between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. tomorrow and adopt a pet, you can get a free refreshment as well as prizes. Stop by and adopt a beautiful furry friend. You can also visit our link in our bio to view our playlist of our Clear the Shelter special, featuring owners of rescue pets around the island and their wonderful stories. Lastly, we finally jumped on the gift train and have created our very own KUAM gifts. Make sure to check them out when posting Instagram stories by simply switching to the search bar and typing in KUAM or Guam. Don't worry, we'll definitely be making more. So please let us know what Guam gifts you'd like to see, and our digital team will happily help.
Introducing Triple J's Online Shopper, the new, faster, easier way to purchase your next vehicle. Explore hundreds of new and used vehicles in full 360-degree view. Get pre-approved instantly from the comfort of your home or office. Personalize your own finance terms and get top market value on your trade-in in just a few quick, easy steps. Buy with confidence from start to signature, and we'll even go the extra mile to deliver your vehicle to your home or office. Have a question? Our sales team is just a chat away for instant assistance. Click, pick, drive. Complete the entire car buying process with Triple J's Online Shopper and purchase your next vehicle at triplejguam.com today.
Can I just get a ride back?
Advances in technique and medications used to prevent dental pain have shattered the myth that a dental visit is something to fear. Even the dreaded root canal or wisdom tooth extraction. Swabbing or spraying a topical numbing agent on before the injection, and using different techniques and anesthetics can create a relatively comfortable or pain-free injection. Injections are often the most feared procedure. Some patients don't like the sounds or the vibrations of decay removal. If you're still nervous or you gag easily, despite these techniques, very safe oral medicines can be taken before your dental appointment to eliminate all fears, or some clinics use nitrous oxide gas. Pain relievers can easily be prescribed to eliminate mild to severe dental discomfort after any visit. For your Helpful Dental Minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do.
Good morning, Guam. I'm Vic.
And I'm Ty.
And this is The Morning Brew.
Want to connect with what's going on at home? Check out the KUAM Podcast Network. From entertainment, culture, news, food, current events, and interesting people, listen to us anytime and anywhere. Look for our feed and subscribe in your favorite podcast service, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. So subscribe and be constantly connected to the KUAM Podcast Network today.
Good day, everybody. Jason Salas here. Now, the vast majority of you are watching this interview right now on a phone. That is undisputed fact. And we want to give you some tips about how you can use that little handset, that mobile device, to become an extremely powerful weapon in the fight against crime right here on our island home. Sergeant Paul Tapau is here from GPD. Sarge, welcome back as always.
Hey, off a day.
Okay, we were doing an interview just the other day. You, myself, and Mayor Melissa Savares of Derrida, we were talking about getting signed up with WhatsApp group chats in your village. How does one actually do that? Because if people think, hey, that's a fantastic job, but I don't know, who to contact. Do I have to be approved? Do I have to sign up? And what numbers can I plug into my contacts?
Well, if you want to be a part of the neighborhood watch group that is moving within your community, our recommendation is reach out to the mayors, your respective mayor. Now, the mayors actually have taken hold of the neighborhood watch program and have embraced it as part of a community initiative, and we applaud that really, because they are the leaders, they are the stewards of their respective community, and a lot of the information and a lot of the inquiries that affects their respective village, they channel it to us, and they in turn send the information or what needs to be sent to the community, to their constituents via the information sharing of WhatsApp. The mayors will ask us, is this person okay? You would have to be vetted by the members of that's a part of that group, because it really, there's a lot of information that's being shared about suspicious individuals, suspicious activities, and there's a vetting process that they do, and they reach out to us and they ask us, what do you think this individual is a viable candidate for a neighborhood watch? And we encourage growth, but we want you to grow the right way, get the right people. People have other intentions other than safety and security, so you might want to look out for that. Pay attention as to why they want to be a part of it. People, give them a fair share, give them a fair shot to see if they're true to their word about being upstandard citizens within their community, and give them a shot. But again, you always have to err on the side of caution that they may be using or wanting to be a part of the neighborhood watch chat group as a way of being counterintelligence. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Okay, so we basically call our village mayors.
Yes.
You can find the number, you can Google it right now, get connected with them, and then you give them your number. The vetting process goes, and then they'll add you to the chat group. How noisy are these chats? Because I don't want my phone going off 1,300 times, like every 24 hours, waking me up at 4 in the morning.
Yes, I'm glad you asked that, because there are rules and everything in reference to how do you utilize the chat group. And with my chat group, the Sinania Neighborhood Watch Group, we stress it that it's only for suspicious or criminal activities, what to put out there, and we stress that you immediately call 911. Provide that information. Yes, and every time somebody falls astray, it's a constant reminder that, hey, this chat group is exclusively for information sharing about suspicious or criminal activities within the community. Please refrain from doing so far. So there's an understanding that when you're there, you can't post about sales going on. You can't post happy birthday.
No memes, no idle chatter.
Absolutely. It's serious, because there's incidents where we are actually doing real-time situations in which we link up and we're able to receive that information, and we're able to deploy officers to the scene, and are able to deploy officers to that particular incident where we need the line of communication. And if it's interrupted with a meme that's making foolish jokes, it really takes away from the purpose of the chat group. So,
and technically, that's police evidence too, like when stuff that goes on there. So we want to keep the channels clean and clear so that you guys can do your job.
I mean, it's paid dividends with the Guam Police Department, where case in point with I want to highlight the Naki or the Chalampago Naki Street Neighborhood Watch Group, where they foiled a home invasion where they were able to utilize their chat group to seek help. Another incident happened in Talafofo just 2 weeks ago. She couldn't, the individual, there was a suspicious individual outside. They immediately put it in the chat group, and within minutes, constituents within that village were able to converge, provide assistance, maintain communication. So, you see the different functions of a chat group and how it helps, and it really is owning up to it and understanding the responsibilities of the individuals and the purpose of the chat group.
So for my peace of mind as a citizen, I can make sure that whatever goes on in that chat group, it's not going to be, Chicken Little, oh my gosh, the sky is falling and everything. No. Anytime that notification goes off for that, something's happening, and I should really listen up.
And it really is about situation and awareness, and that's why we stress, that if you're in charge of if you're the administrator of your neighborhood watch chat group, continue to stress that this is only for information sharing, and it's the power of awareness. Because if you're asleep and you wake up and you discover that something had occurred, you can actually go outside and make assessments. If you were a victim of that same crime, you can chime in. I was victimized, and you can come out, because this is where we gather information. This is where we utilize this tool, this powerful tool, to help us prevent crime and to provide information to the community.
Okay, real quick, speaking of crimes, what's our crime of the week?
This week is a robbery that occurred at the local laundromat up in Jigo, and we're asking your help. There is surveillance cameras and everything that have assisted the Guam Police Department, but we need more information, and a great opportunity to be a steward of the community. Utilize the Guam Crime Stoppers and submit a tip online.
All right, here's what you can do to help our friends up north.
On Thursday, August 8th, around 11:45 p.m., officers from the Digital Precinct Command respond to San Lorenzo Laundromat along Route 1 Marine Corps Drive in Jigo, relative to a robbery complaint. Preliminary police reports suggest that the victim, while waiting in a car, was approached by an unknown male holding a machete. The unknown man then demanded money as he placed a machete against the victim's throat. The victim managed to grab the machete and pressed the vehicle's horn, at which time the suspect fled on foot. As a result of this incident, the victim was unharmed and only described the unknown man as possibly being local.
If anyone has any information about this crime or any other crime, you can call our 24-hour hotline at 477-HELP, that's 4357, or submit a tip online at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All calls will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
All right, Sarge, thanks so much. So once again, if you want to join a WhatsApp group chat for your village, just contact your mayor. It's that easy.
It's that simple. But
it takes about a day to get vetted, right?
Yes. Understand what they ask of you and everything, and understand the power that you have to make a difference in your community and to help safeguard your community. That's what we're asking for each individual that wants to be a part of the Neighborhood Watch group.
All right, thanks so much, Sarge. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It is the power of the network, so make sure that you get linked up in your neighborhood or your village. And we'll be right back after this.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're going to be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're going to be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
The summer of Jeep, Compass, Cherokee, Wrangler, Cars Plus in Mighty. Your new adventure starts now. Buy the 2019 Motor Trend SUV of the year and get a new Jeep Wrangler Sport for $268 per paycheck. Or get a new Jeep Compass Sport, only $167 per paycheck. Let them hear you coming in the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Buy for $205 per paycheck. And get financing as low as 1.99% on all Jeep models. Come see why you'll be kicking it at Cars Plus in Mighty. Driven by you.
You may have noticed recently that KUAM Communications is going beyond broadcast and cross-platform, giving you original digital content on every social media and digital platform. From original news mini-docs to supplementary features, sponsored content, and original shows and live streaming. We're changing the media game and providing something for everyone. We recognize how you consume media is no longer one size fits all, and we're creating custom content for your needs. It's round the clock, shareable, and of course, interactive, because your voice is an important part of the community conversation. So how do you KUAM? The possibilities are limitless.
Watch Health Check with Nurse Jen Artero every Tuesday for community health information, advisories, and news you and your family can use for leading a healthier lifestyle. Health Check during KUAM News Healthy Living. Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Here's your weekend edition of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Donald Torres, happy birthday to Papa. We love you from the family and grandkids, as well as your step-grandkids. Happy birthday to one of our own, KUAM's wonderful production manager, Roland Quintanilla. Wow! Hi, Roland! Tasia Mendiola has birthday number 13, so happy birthday to you. Wishing you more to come with many blessings. Love, your family. Happy birthday to Felix Daniel from your entire family. Also, happy birthday wishes going out to Eloy Joseph Lazama and Irie Hope St. Nicholas. And a very happy birthday to another one of KUAM's own, DJ Oz, Oscar Jackson. Man, we hope you have a wonderful birthday cake. Can I have it?
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thank you for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.